weird. I don't know you. I can hear it.
Ow, she's a brick. Ow. She's mighty, just letting it all hang out. Ow, she's a brick. Ow. I like lady stack, that's a fact. Ain't holding nothing back. Ow, she's a brick.
Welcome, everybody. The Alive and Social Network brings to you the first stop on the Apples to Apples live tour. We are live. You might be listening to it, not live, but we are live at the Trail Stop Tavern in Eagan, Minnesota. But before we tell you what's on the show, as always, we want... Oh my God, is he here? Stone Cold's here? Where is he? What's going on?
I've just really always wanted to do that. I'm sorry. You can finish. That's all I needed. I've always just wanted to return and play that music. I'm done. You can finish. Go ahead.
You want to do the opening? You can.
No, it's all you. I've always wanted to do that. Go ahead.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's your big return?
Yep.
That's it?
Yep, that's it. I've always wanted to do that.
All right, well, I'm going to probably need some volunteers to help me. Drew's maybe a little off his game. But as I was saying, first we need to thank Coors Light for sponsoring the Apples to Apples show and being the first and official sponsor of The Orchard. Welcome, The Orchard. Drew, we've got a lot of dignitaries here from The Orchard. On today's show, this week's show, we will do our normal sports banter. We also... I guess we have a major announcement from the representative. I don't know if he's going to make it, if it's going to be delivered by another representative, if it'll be handed to us. I think we're going to have a live version as the pizza turns. Seamus should be arriving shortly. And everyone out there, if you've got a question when we get to it, we have a mic. Come on, talk, ask a question. Put the earphones on and help me ridicule Drew a little bit. So, Drew, welcome back.
It's good to be back.
What's on your mind?
First off, I just want to thank everybody for coming out, joining us here tonight. It's awesome to have this many people here. I also want to apologize to the people that just wanted to come eat dinner, and now you're stuck listening to us. I'm sorry. But I'm happy to be back. I will say I have a quick story. I knew I was home.
Can you make it fast?
Yeah. I was waiting at the baggage claim to get my luggage.
It's already too long.
And the lady's like, and flight 454 from Chicago Midway will be at baggage claim C. And, most people would be like C as in cat or C as in like Charlie. This lady goes, C as in caribou. I am not kidding at all. This lady goes, C as in caribou. And everyone was like, okay, C, cool. And that's how I knew I was home. And then you picked me up and started making fun of me as soon as I got in the car. And then I really knew I was home.
What was the point of that story?
To let you know I'm happy to be home.
Oh,
I might be going back tomorrow if you don't let up.
We've got all these people here, and you're telling a caribou coffee story.
It had nothing to do with coffee.
So, as we said, that's fascinating.
I thought it was fascinating.
This is the first stop on our live tour. We will have an announcement next week about our next stop. Hopefully, you'll all be back. We will also later in the show have an announcement about the calendar. The calendar, the famous calendar, is done. It's online. We will get the link to everybody in a little bit.
It's been tweeted out.
Only 3 months are done so far, but we just figured you could only handle 3 months at a time. So when we get to March...
It's too good. You only need 1 month at a time.
How you doing?
Hi. How are you?
Okay. And other than that, I think should we talk sports?
Do we have to? We have to talk sports. Because I don't know anything else that happened over the past week. I've been either in the library or taking a test or sleeping or watching sports.
It's probably in that order. Maybe sleeping first.
Sleeping's probably higher than third. I'd say it probably went sleeping, taking a test, studying, sports in that order.
Well, we do a sports show, so it'd kind of be stupid if we didn't do sports.
If we didn't do sports, that would be dumb.
All right, can you muster enough sports up?
I think.
All right, well, let's start with the Vikings.
You know what time it is?
No.
It's Teddy time. I got my shirt on. I got a Teddy touchdown shirt, if anyone can see.
All right, go ahead.
I'm repping my boy. Teddy. I
figured that was coming. He's not Teddy Ponder this week, I guess.
No, and I was going to bring that up because what was it, 3 weeks ago probably, you coined him Teddy Ponder because people like calling him Teddy Two Gloves and Teddy Touchdown and Teddy whatever, right?
Right.
So I have a couple names for you this week for Teddy.
Oh, I can't wait.
We have Teddy Ryan because he was the first, nothing to do with Terry Ryan. I know it sounds similar. But
it's the exact same name.
It's the exact same, but it's not no relation. He's the first quarterback since 1964 to complete 85% of his passes. Thank you. Look at that. Look at that. Tableside service.
We're kind of busy here.
Is it just...
All right, go ahead. And now you're drinking.
It's just Coke. Don't worry. Since Frank Ryan in 1964 to complete 85% of his passes, throw for 4 touchdowns, and no interceptions, and run one in, he's the first quarterback since, guess who? Brett Favre. In 2010 for the Vikings to throw for 4 touchdowns. So you might have to call him Teddy Favre next week. And you know what? I got one more for you. First quarterback for the Vikings to throw for 4 touchdowns and run one in since 1961. Call him Teddy Tarkington. It's Fran Tarkington was the last one to do that.
Can I ask you a
I
question?
like Teddy Tarkington's got a good ring to it.
That's tremendous. How many games are in the season?
16.
So you're
17 weeks. More if you play the playoffs.
So we're talking about one game here. Not to be negative.
2, he played phenomenally last week, too.
But they lost.
I know. Well,
All right.
It wasn't his fault.
I'll make you a deal. I reserve the right to recall him.
Absolutely. I'm just asking you to put it on hold. Listen, if he plays bad next week, you want to call him Teddy Ponder, go ahead.
All right.
This week I'm going to call him Teddy touchdown, 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 touchdown for all 5 touchdowns he scored.
Okay.
Every time I talk about him.
What's going on with your shoulder?
Nothing. I'm cold.
So what?
And I hate I have to turn and look at you. It's weird. I'm normally sitting. Actually, I'm not even normally looking at you. So I'm actually just going to look out.
That's fine. Pick Andrew Johnson out there.
I'm going to look right. I have 3 McManuses out there. I'm going to look at one of each of them.
Don't picture him naked though. That's awkward.
Why would I do that?
Well, don't you remember the Brady Bunch?
Because
I know you're nervous about this, so you need to focus on something.
I never watched the Brady Bunch.
So
a little before my time.
Should we talk a little playoff scenarios?
Yeah. What do they got to do to get in?
So to get in, number 1, they need to win one game.
That's all. That's it, right?
Then they
win. They're in.
Or Seattle needs to lose or to win a game.
Okay.
Or Atlanta needs to lose a game.
That's it.
So very likely.
So the only way they don't get in the playoffs is if they go 0-2, Seattle goes 0-2, and the Falcons go 2-0.
Didn't I just say that?
I was just clarifying for the people.
Did anyone not understand what I said?
This guy didn't. Right here, he had this weird look on his face the whole time.
He's got a Michigan shirt on, anyways.
What's that all about? Do
know.
you think he thought it was the Gophers M and was just confused when he bought it?
I don't know. Well, hopefully Josie likes it, but we'll get to that a little later. So that's it, and then
that's all they got to do. So you can. I mean, you can't say they're in the playoffs, but their odds are good. So their odds are good.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So, anyways, the problem is the NBC flexed the game. You know, we don't do very good in those games, by the way.
No, we're 0-4 this year in prime time. Lost 2 on Sunday night, 1 on Monday night, and 1 on Thursday night.
Luckily, it's not going to matter, probably.
Hopefully, it won't matter. I have a feeling either Seattle will win a game or Atlanta will lose a game. We can probably count on other teams. It would be nice to just win one and be in and do it ourselves, but we can probably rely on those other teams the next few weeks. And we're also playing the Giants. The Giants are bad.
Without Beckham,
without
too.
OBJ.
Maybe.
He's suspended. That whole thing. Did you really follow that?
I did. I followed the entire thing.
It was crazy. And my favorite part of the whole thing is after the game, Cortland Finnegan is on the Panthers. They interviewed him, and he was like, I've never seen anything like that in the NFL, blah, blah, blah. When Cortland Finnegan used to get into straight-up, boxing matches with Andre Johnson on the field, and he's out there saying he's never seen anything like that. I thought that was pretty funny.
Well, there's punching and things, but that was pretty... ran by him.
The Andre Johnson, Cortland Finnegan thing, they used to, they used to take their helmets off and go at it. When Cortland Finnegan played for the Titans and Andre Johnson was on the Texans.
But after 3 15-yard personal foul
he had to be
penalties.
Suspended. I'm not saying he should have been suspended.
He should have been kicked out of the game.
He should have. I thought after 2 you did get kicked out of the game.
It doesn't matter. The first time he headbutted him, he should have been kicked out.
It is bizarre. It might go. We've talked about refereeing before and how bad it's been. It might just go back to the refs just giving it to the stars.
So do you think we can beat Green Bay in the playoffs in Green Bay?
I think we could
still win the division.
It's a big if, but if Teddy plays how he has the past 2 weeks, and honestly last year he played really well the last 4 games. I don't know if he just gets sick of people criticizing, because he's had a lot of critics this year, including both of us at points.
Not much.
You the whole season.
I'm still reserving my right.
I understand, but you have to at least respect the 2 good weeks he's had. And
out of 16, that's great.
I know. I'm saying he's had a lot of critics. I'm agreeing with you. But I think he honestly just kind of had enough, and he stepped up the last 2 weeks. And honestly, Peterson got hurt, and he'll be back next week. It looks like it's nothing bad, just twisted ankle. And he did all he could against Arizona. It wasn't his fault. And if our defense gets healthy, and it looks like they're going to.
Hey, Drew. Don't look now, but Adrian Peterson's here.
Oh, my God. He's a lot smaller in person.
Looks a lot different.
A lot different.
Hey, you guys think we can beat the Packers in the playoffs? I don't know. That was a no. That was a yes, and then there was a bunch of static. Oh, wait. We have people from Spooner, Wisconsin here, so that was a dumb question.
That was a dumb question.
He's probably drinking, though. He didn't hear anyways.
He's probably a little focused on that.
So, quick trivia for you before we move on, because we got a lot of questions I think we need to get to. Do you know the Carolina Panthers, the last time they lost, who that was to?
It was us, last season.
Their last regular season loss was to us. I think it was 31-18 or something like that.
It's a long time ago. It was a long time ago that they last lost. And we could have beaten that team 31-18.
18 games. Well, we weren't even that good last year.
No. God only knows how we won that game.
So, anything else before we move on?
Do you have, I don't know. I'm trying to think what else big. I guess the one thing I want to talk about the defense is with all these guys hurt, it's getting these backups a lot of good experience, and they're coming to play. And I think that's going to help moving forward when you play these high-powered offenses. You can't have the same really defensive line, linebacking core out there every single play. You're going to need to rotate these guys, and they all look like they can play at high level.
Some of those guys weren't even on the team two weeks ago.
That Tratu guy who got that interception, I think they said that was like he has less than like double-digit snaps of this over the season. And he got an interception off Cutler. And granted, Cutler basically handed it off to him. But
I think he was hurt and cut earlier in the year.
Probably. It is. If nothing else, you have to give us a chance in a lot of games because of our defense.
Wyatt told me that.
Did he? I believe that.
Wyatt's a huge Vikings fan.
Huge Vikings
fan. Hey, by the way, everyone, meet Wyatt. Wyatt,
right
Richard,
here.
Wyatt. I think Wyatt's more popular than we are.
He should be.
Why doesn't he have a mic?
I don't know. We're nothing without Wyatt.
Well, that's for sure. And Wyatt is the cover boy of our calendar.
Yeah. If you haven't looked at it, go on Twitter right now. We tweeted out earlier. It's a link. It's got the cover in the first 3 months. It's fantastic. Yeah, it'll be complete soon. You can get your copy soon, but it's a little teaser for you. It's worth checking out.
And many of the calendar members are here tonight.
I think one. Well, if you don't include us, is there one?
Well, one. Coach K didn't make it.
No, I meant one of what's released.
Oh, one of what's released.
One of what's released.
Yeah,
there's more than that here.
We'll get to that a little later. Hey, anything else on the Vikings?
You always ask me, do you have anything else on the Vikings?
No.
Okay, let's move on.
I do think we're going to win, though.
Against who?
The Giants.
Oh, I do, too. The Giants are terrible.
Do you know that we could actually, if we sneak out a win against Green Bay?
Where we win the division.
I know.
Well, and nothing, like this week.
No, nothing mattered.
Nothing mattered. We had to win Week 17 against the Packers. Doesn't matter who wins next week, who loses next week. Week 17 will be for the division. If we win, we're in. If we don't, not in, we win the division. If we lose, they win the division. We're going to have to play them.
I'll be honest.
Because God knows that who's ever in the NFC East is not going to take over the Packers. Can we talk about that for a second? That god-awful division?
Not really, but go ahead.
We live in a world right now where the Redskins are going to make the playoffs at 7-7 with Kirk Cousins at their quarterback. Can you believe that?
And Kirk Cousins is going to make about $10 million a year now.
You like that? You like that? You ever see that? After he won that first game, he came back into the locker room. He's walking back, and he just screams at all the cameras, like, you like that? So now everyone's been making fun of him for it. Even his teammates. I'll show you later. It doesn't surprise me you missed that.
I missed that.
Of course you did.
There's people leaving. See you guys. Thanks for coming.
Have a good night. I think you scared him off.
All right, should we talk some Wild?
Yeah.
All right. Andrew Johnson wants us to talk Wild.
We can talk Wild.
All right, go ahead. Talk Wild.
Why do you always say you want to talk Wild and then you make me do it?
Because
How about you do it for once? Go ahead.
Drew, if I start the show, ask the questions, and answer the questions, I really don't need you.
Well, how about, can I ask the questions? What do you think about the Wild? What do you think about their game tonight against Dallas?
I'd rather not talk about them. But tonight?
The game tonight against Dallas.
There's a rumor that they brought up, what's his name, Riley, for the game. But tonight could be, if someone's listening to this Thursday, then tonight's not going to make much sense.
Well, actually, yes, it will, because they will have seen what happened in the game tonight, so it'll make even more sense.
And if someone's listening to this Thursday, that's Christmas Eve,
They should probably be doing other things.
That
on
might be
Christmas
kind of
Eve.
sad. But although I could see some of these guys putting the Yule
Yule
log
log.
on the TV and then listening to the Apples to Apples live tour show.
That's what I do. It's probably what you will do.
So now you're not going to talk about the
No,
Wild?
I'll talk about the
All
Wild,
right,
but
you-
every time I try talking about something, you make fun of me.
I will not. Go ahead. I won't make fun of you.
Oh my God, what is it? They're just getting table service. Are we going to end up having to pay for these?
Well, you're not because you've never paid for anything, so that's not going to be an issue.
That's true.
All right, go ahead. I won't make fun of you. Talk Wild.
They lost the other night against Nashville. It's a tough loss. They started back. Kemper's looked good. Kemper looked good during that, what was it, 8-game point streak they had? I think it was 6 wins, 2 overtime losses.
Right.
Dubnik's looked good since coming back. We said early in the season they couldn't have that bad stretch that they've had all the past seasons, and they haven't so far. Now, we'll knock on wood. I hope they don't. But they had some winnable games these last games, and they won them all, or they at least took them into overtime. It would be nice if we could win a game in overtime, though.
Why is that? We have not been in a shootout yet this year.
We haven't been in a shootout. We're 1-6 in overtime games, 1-7, something like that.
We're awful.
And before the season, everybody, including Kevin Gorg, who
By the way, I'm going to call him out.
you have some beef with him. I know. We'll get to that. But he said that the 3-on-3 was going to play to us because we have a lot of speed, a lot of skill, a lot of good defensemen who are good on offense, blah, 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 blah. And we're terrible. First one to admit that, but at least how the strategy and everything.
I would actually be the second one to admit you know nothing about
And
hockey.
I'd be the first one to admit you know nothing about hockey either.
That's not true.
It is true. But
I talk hockey with Kevin Gorg all the time.
you ask him, just like you do with me. You just ask questions, you listen to me, you nod, you're like, yep, that's what I think too, yep. Mm-hmm.
You know what? I challenge Kevin Gorg. By the way, I'm calling Kevin Gorg out right now. He kind of poo-pooed this live tour thing, so I am calling him out and
What? What did he do?
Poo-pooed this live tour thing. He made sure
Poo-pooed it?
he acted like he didn't care about it.
He poo-pooed it. You just said poo-poo over the live airwaves in front of all these people.
And the entire universe. But can I finish? So I'm calling Kevin Gorg out. I want Kevin Gorg to show up. It looks like we're going to do another live show January 11th, and I'm calling him out. I want him at that show. He needs to answer to the Apples to Apples show.
I want him at that show too. I want both of them there. I want Kay and Kay there. I want Kevin
Kendall?
and Kendall there. I think there's a lot of people in the audience
Do you guys want
sitting
Kendall?
at one table that want to meet Kendall.
Do you want Kendall to come to the next show?
None of them will admit it. They're all just kind of nodding, like,
They're-
yeah, but I don't want her to hear.
Graham O'Malley got really red.
He's
When I
just
said
always like that. That's normal. That's normal.
Oh, okay. All right, so was that our Wild conversation?
don't know.
Are you off your game?
No.
You're back in Minnesota. You're not out east anymore.
Why? What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know.
It didn't make sense.
No, not really.
I don't know. I just
What about the goaltending? Kemper played really well.
Kemper did play well, but you can't. But Dubnyk was playing phenomenally before he got hurt too, so you can't really justify not starting Dubnyk. But hopefully, now that Kemper's proven he can play well, we can give Dubnyk a few more breaks, so that he doesn't have to go out there every single game. He had the most starts before he got hurt,
Right.
and so hopefully we can kind of spell him a little bit more. And maybe, who knows, maybe we can use Kemper as a trade piece at the deadline, get something out of it. Look, we just signed that Stoll guy, who
Aaron Andrews.
husband, Aaron Andrews. I think
Well, they're
that's
just
the real
dating.
gain of the trade.
Aaron Andrews.
Aaron Andrews is now a wife of a member of the Minnesota Wild. That's the real gain. But assuming his drug problems have been sorted out, he's had some problems with that in the past.
They've been sorted out. He was let off the hook. It was one bad night in Las Vegas.
And I bet
no one talks about it because
I bet Aaron talks about it a lot. I don't bet Aaron's not too happy about it.
she's stuck with him. What's going on with your love life? Is
No.
your mom here?
Mom's here.
Is she going to ask the question?
She's not even listening. Hi, Mom. Good to see you, Mom.
Is there something you need to ask Drew? You write it in every week. Okay, she's done. She's quit the show.
She wasn't even listening before we called her.
She quit the show. Yeah, she comes and doesn't even listen to us. That's shocking.
That's normal.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm turning the second part of this sports banner over to you. You take it. I'll just sit here.
What do you mean?
You move to what you wanted because you whined about it. Move on to different sports.
Oh, you want me to talk? You want me to move on to what we're gonna do?
You do what you want to do.
Well, we got Western Kentucky playing South Florida.
Maybe move on to something different than that.
We're gonna have some other boys. Will you stop talking to Wyatt? We're talking here.
Well, when you're going to talk Western Kentucky.
I had something else there.
Go ahead.
No. Finish your conversation.
Well, it didn't pertain to you.
Okay. Well, okay.
Go.
No, go ahead.
Oh my God, this is embarrassing. We've got breaking news. We're going to cut into the middle of our sports banter.
You should probably hand that to me. You can't read.
I can't read.
You can't read.
This is the special announcement from the representative,
Wow.
Mark Sanford. Whoa.
It's long.
All right, go ahead.
I got to figure out. All right. This is straight from the Congress of the United States House of Representatives. It's their own letterhead. Scott and Drew.
It actually is.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am former governor of South Carolina, Mark Sanford. I was caught in an affair and moved to Argentina to restart my life. Later, I can read. I'm fine.
We don't need a roadie, okay? We've got it covered.
Later, I moved back to South Carolina, ran for Congress, and miraculously won. I keep getting reelected despite my daily fantasy football addiction and tendency to excessively imbibe in alcohol. Anyways, congratulations, Drew and Scott. Thank you. I bet you never thought you'd be hosting a live podcast and reading a letter from a celebrity. You know, I always thought I'd do one of those two things, but never both.
No, not at the
Never
same
both.
time. That's for sure.
I look at you guys and see a future Chad and Sid Hartman media dynasty. Actually, I have something to say about that after.
Which one are...
Drew, he's getting
I
that.
suppose I'm
Drew,
Sid.
of course, is Sid Hartman because both go on tangential rambles that nobody can understand. I agree.
I love the
I
representative.
agree. Also, I want to endorse Dr. Goog to be on the calendar because we are very similar. There you go.
Wow.
We are both unfair. He's got more. He's got more. I don't know. We are both unfairly repressed by our families, and I've had to watch our brothers marry beautiful wives. Right now, because of my ongoing dedication to the Orchard, I'm sitting in South Carolina, listening to this show and sipping on Coors Light number 8 while ignoring my family and political obligations. I'm extremely dedicated to the well-being of the Orchard, so without further ado, now it is time from the main announcement for the representative. Cue, let's get ready to rumble. It would have been good if you would have told us that beforehand.
Maybe a little bit more notice for that.
For my question this week, I'm taking this opportunity to do some good for the holidays. No kid should have to live in a family that doesn't love him. So in that case, Seamus Harvey, dramatic pause, will you spend the rest of your life with me and be my adopted son? This is a huge decision that needs time, so I'll give you until January 11th to make your choice.
That's our next live.
That's our next live show. I will leave it up to Scott, Drew, and most importantly, the Orchard to weigh the pros and cons before responding to me. See you all January 11th. Mark Sanford. P.S. attaches a photo of me and Ice Cube. He is also a big fan.
Wow, that is a picture.
So I think you were going to hand it off to me to lead into what we do next, but I think that is going to lead us to what we have to do next.
Is it?
I think so. I think it's time.
Is it time?
We've been promising this for a while. It is time for our live edition of As the Pizza Turns with Seamus Harvey. Seamus, if you can come up here, please.
Hit his music. Have you ever used one of these before?
I have not, actually.
You got to talk into it.
Yeah,
Into it. Yep, there you go.
All right.
Everybody, if you don't know Seamus, this is Seamus. Can we give Seamus a round of applause, please? He needs it.
So, Seamus, do you want to give everyone
the background story?
A little background.
Well, this started a while ago when I was very young. Really, as soon as I came out of the womb, my parents were just overcome with jealousy of me. They knew I'd be destined to do great things. They knew
Clearly you have.
I would become this legend that I am today. And since then, it's just been really obvious they have this lack of love for me. And I take shelter here, you know.
With the apples to
My
apples.
favorite podcast ever.
Seamus, I just want to say I can relate to your family not loving you because they know you're destined for bigger and better things. It's part of why he makes fun of me every week. He knows, and that's how he copes with it, and I respect that. I understand.
I have sympathy for you, Drew.
I know. I really, I think we got something that will...
Definitely.
Really?
Really. I mean,
Really.
you got to hear him out, you know.
All right, continue.
See,
guys,
thank you.
This is fascinating. You guys continue.
So, you have an offer from a very dignified, perhaps not noble, but very dignified man. Do you have any maybe?
Well, wait. Before we get there, how are
How are
any
things?
change
How are
with your
things?
family?
Well, my dad, Steve Harvey.
Steve
you guys
Harvey.
probably knew that.
By the way, Steve Harvey had a rough night last night.
I took this as kind of opportunity to trash him a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
To get
Why don't
back.
you explain what happened to Steve Harvey, your dad,
So,
last night?
I don't know why he thought that he could take this big responsibility on, but he
By
decided.
the way, before you look a lot like your dad.
I know. Well, we're both Italian,
Right.
so
You're both
you
Italian.
can obviously, yeah.
You just need he's got the mustache. You need that, and then you guys would be spitting images.
Occasionally I get the little Mexi stash coming in, but I like to get rid of that.
Hey, you got to clean up for the show. I understand. I understand.
Of course.
All right, so it's
Well, Steve, he had a little slip up at the Miss Universe ceremony. It was down to the last two. It was Miss Colombia and Miss Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
And the card first said the runner-up is Colombia, and then it was going to say the winner is Philippines. But he just read the card as the winner is Colombia. So, of course, they give her the crown and everything. And then he's like super embarrassed. He has to tell the whole crowd that he misspoke, and it was just bad.
then they had to yank the crown
Take
off.
the crown
They had
off
to take the crown off and put it onto the Philippines lady, and it was just rough. It was,
You know,
it was
The only
super
person in that
awkward.
room that's happy is Miss Philippines.
Of
No one,
course.
and not the crowd. No one's happy about that.
Seamus actually has more info than you do when you're on this show.
I had a lot of info about the Miss Universe pageant.
Did you
Okay.
watch it?
No.
Yeah,
no
one watched it.
So
I just watched
Seamus,
just the end.
So, of course, it's all over Twitter. And so I went to my dad's Twitter account, and I was really surprised by his bio. I just had to talk about this.
Okay.
So his bio on Twitter is proud husband, father, comedian, daytime show host, philanthropist,
yeah, you haven't seen any of that.
and author. As if I would read his books. God has blessed me with more than I could have asked for. And we all know what his extra blessing is.
Right. Well, that
You.
He
everybody.
didn't want me, obviously. He didn't ask for me. And he's burdened with the blessing of me.
So before you go back to the Orchard area, January 11th, you have a big decision to make. We don't want to hear about
know.
it. Think about it long and hard. It seems like a great offer. I will say the representative has his moments though, where he's
He's
a little dicey.
said and done some questionable things, but
But it sounds like he has only good intentions. For
right.
you.
I mean, I think he means well.
And not only does he mean well, it might not. It would probably be pretty fun. It'd probably be pretty fun.
He seems like a very. He seems like he'd be a fairly liberal parent. I mean,
I feel like he would probably let you do whatever you want. He'd probably let you stay out kind of late. And
yeah.
if he's running off to Argentina, I think he'd probably let you go to a party until pretty late.
I'd go
I
to
feel.
Argentina with him.
I think
sure.
you'd be dumb not to.
All right, Seamus, but do you have anything you want to share with the Orchard before you head back? Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
We will
anytime.
see you January 11th.
I want to say thank you to the boys, the Orchard, for always showing me love, the love I'm not receiving at home. I really appreciate it, and I love the love I get here.
We love you, Seamus.
And
Someone needs to give this kid a hug. On the
shout
way
out to
back.
Wyatt.
Shout
I don't
out
really
to
know
Wyatt.
you, but you're the man. Just know that.
He is the man.
All right, that's Seamus, everybody.
All right.
All right, so
Seamus, thank you for coming on. It was a pleasure.
in a second, we're going to invite you up if you have a question. Probably won't spend as much time as Seamus up here, but all right, Drew, I got some breaking news. This won't make much sense, but
Nothing you say makes sense.
But Josie from North St. Paul, if you're listening, Cody would like to.
Cody, raise your hand.
Cody would like to take you to Snow Days. It's snow with no W and days as in D-A-Z-E. So if you're listening, or if you're going to listen, Cody would like to take Josie to the North St. Paul Snow Days. Don't make a comment. Just let it go. And next week we will have an update on how that went. 50-50, I don't know. Now you can comment.
I was just saying, you told me not to make a comment. I was waiting.
Yeah, go ahead.
I hope she says yes. I think she'd be.
I
I think
haven't-
she would be dumb to say no.
I haven't met her, so I can't really
No,
say.
but I've met Cody, and I think she should say yes.
Can Cody dance? That's the question.
No, but he would be a great date. He would look good in the pictures.
Let's go. All right, so good luck, Cody, in that. Now, anyone have a question? Come up one at a time.
Don't everybody run.
Andrew
fast.
Johnson, we'll start with you. Come on up.
That was mean. You just called him out. No one likes going first.
Well, I trust Andrew.
That's smart.
You got a question, buddy?
I do have a question. Thank
Okay,
you.
you're welcome.
Who do you think has had the worst season so far this year? DeMarco Murray or Kobe Bryant?
Oh,
I think DeMarco Murray, I think it's all a ploy. I think he wants out, and he's throwing the season so he can go back to Dallas.
yeah, I would. Kobe's played maybe a little bit more.
There was that.
Maybe.
There was the play last night. It was 4th and 1, and the Eagles didn't put him in, and kind of threw me out for that one.
They've spent a lot of money on a guy that
On
they
the guy to
decided not
just sit on
play.
the bench.
Yeah,
I
that's weird.
think it's a ploy by DeMarco Murray, and if that's true, he's had a phenomenal season accomplishing that.
And he didn't get
Kobe,
hurt.
it's just kind of sad. It's just sad.
He should have gone a couple years ago.
After the second injury, he probably should have been like, you know
Right.
what? It was fun. I had my good days, and now I'm done. It's kind of like it's always sad when you see kind of a legend on the decline. We saw with Peyton Manning earlier in the year. You never want to see it.
Clearly, no one has ever. This kid right here can do absolutely anything in the world except wear headphones. Oh, there, now they're better.
wears
Except wear
headphones?
headphones.
That's still not how you wear them.
No. Well, you're done anyways. Hit the road. Thanks, buddy. Thanks. And the 32 million Kobe's making probably.
Kept him around for a little bit more.
All right, next. Anybody? Oh, here he comes. Your name, please. Your name.
I am Sam Applebaum.
No relation.
No relation.
All right. What's your question? You're not staying that long.
Will you
Just
stop
ask your
moving the
question.
table?
My apologies.
You should be sorry.
All right, so you know how athletes have their pregame rituals or superstitions?
Right.
What are your pre-podcast rituals and superstitions?
Well, people are eating, so I don't really want to say. But anyone that's listened knows Drew halfway through the show just
leaves
and goes into the bathroom. In fact, I'm surprised he doesn't just do the show from
I'm
there.
trapped in here.
Mine is pretty much just trying to calm Drew down. As you know, growing up with him, Drew's got some issues.
What do you mean? I've never seen this kid before in my life.
In the same town I met.
I was going to say, I don't know. What are you talking about?
Drew, do you have any
I have to emotionally prepare for the emotional attack you give me, the verbal attack you give me every show. I just sit down. I try and take deep breaths. Try and envision. I go to my happy place.
Where's that?
Not with you. Anywhere that's not with you.
That's negative.
That's harsh.
It's true, because I know if the next hour is just going to be you making fun of me, I have to really.
I have not made fun of you once.
Really?
Not tonight.
Really?
I mean, not that you've heard. Maybe
Not
under
that-
my
okay.
breath. All right. Thanks, buddy, for your question.
Thank you.
Send someone else. Anyone else have a question, comment, concern?
Yeah. Don't. What do you? I don't know what you
Oh
think
no!
you do. Oh boy.
Here he comes.
Oh boy.
Oh
Oh no.
Jin-
Oh no.
identify. Make it brief, please.
What do you mean make it brief?
That means go quickly.
Oh, this is the doctor.
The doctor's here.
Couple
Everybody,
comments.
doctor. Calendar.
Doctor. Everybody.
That's it?
Everybody. Doctor.
That's it? Raise the roof?
That's way more than I would have thought. But go
First
ahead.
of all, I'm curious why you picked a guy that never smiles to be on the cover of the calendar.
That's why it's
Have you ever seen Zoolander,
Yeah.
the movie?
Yeah.
That's his-
He doesn't smile in his looks. Blue Steel, Magnum. He stopped a ninja star with a look. He didn't smile.
That's why it's posed.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't.
Smile if you want it.
Clearly, you don't know much about male modeling.
Okay. Next is Josie. All I have to say is think about it.
Yeah, I agree with that one. That's
Then,
a rare time. Oh, here
the
we go.
billion-dollar owner, Mr. O'Malley. Next January 11th, live show. Hopefully the security is a little better with the fake Coach K and the soccer goalie here in attendance.
Yeah, they both got in.
I almost walked out, but I thought I better not. And then finally, why is it that weird-looking Matthew dude has a T-shirt and I don't?
Matthew who?
I don't know. Some Matthew kid's got a T-shirt and I don't.
First of all, he's not weird. You're calling him
Him
weird
weird
looking?
looking?
Well, his friend Will, no relation Applebaum,
Right.
told me he was weird. So
Well,
that's the pot calling the kettle black.
as you know, we promised a T-shirt, and when the new ones come in, we'll get you
I
one.
bet the fake Coach K has one.
No, he doesn't.
No.
All right.
All
All right. Thanks for letting me on.
Yeah, you're welcome. Don't get used to it. All right, next. That went well.
Who's next? Anybody? Oh, here we go.
Oh, my friend Ginger Ale.
That's mean.
Ginger Ale? No relation.
Do you like being called ginger ale? I want to start with asking you that.
I don't mind.
Not for me, he doesn't.
Don't mind. That was him trying to be nice.
All right, I won't do it again. Your real name, then?
Quinn Dolan.
Quinn Dolan, no relation.
Nice to meet you, Quinn.
All right.
Nice to meet you as well. What do you think about the Monmouth bench celebrations?
Do you mind? Because they played Georgetown and beat us.
Yep, go ahead.
They are pretty funny. They did one against us where after they scored, one guy laid on the ground and like put his finger out, and the other guy like jumped into the other one's arms. And they recreated like the Sistine Chapel on it. And there's some they like don't even show that are on TV that are so funny. I think those four guys, if you look at them, they're never getting in the game, and they know they're never getting in the game.
They did a Star Wars one last night, or
oh yeah, they are honestly they're hilarious, and they know they're not going to play, so they're like, how are we going to have fun?
Quinn?
And they've made and I think the other players like it.
Now, don't take this the wrong way,
Me?
okay? What I'm about to say is factual, so don't take this the wrong
Okay.
way. But Drew can relate to the guys on the bench.
So can you.
No. Drew can...
So can you.
No. Drew can...
You sat more basketball bench than I did.
By choice. I didn't want to play. But
Right,
anyways,
right.
Drew can relate, so it probably hits really close to home.
I just still can't believe you're actually trying to say you didn't sit the bench on the basketball team.
I didn't.
That's just, you didn't even wear your jersey half the games.
First of all, this isn't about me.
It's not about me
It's
either.
about you and Quinn.
You made it about me. It was about the Monmouth bench.
And I just said that it relates to you.
And I'm saying it relates to you as well.
Quinn, you know what? We'll go next week when Drew's not here. You can just ask me.
Okay.
I'm sorry this went
You
so
still
bad.
haven't
It's
answered his
okay.
question.
I love it.
Okay.
All right.
In fact, I love the Star Wars one that they did. And then they did a reindeer one, too,
They
last
did a
night.
reindeer. That one was funny.
Yeah, did you see the reindeer one
I
last
saw
night?
that, yeah.
that
That was a good
pretty
one.
cool.
My favorite so far has been the fish one. The guy jumps into their arms and the one guy takes
Yeah.
a picture like they caught a fish. That's my favorite so far. They've
Okay.
been great. And they're good this year. They can do it because it's not like they're losing every game. They've beaten, what was it, UCLA, USC, Notre Dame, and Georgetown sucks.
And then
but
they won their first Big Ten game last night. They beat Rutgers.
Monmouth. Oh, I see what you did there.
No,
They beat a Big Ten team. They're not in the Big Ten. I gotcha.
they had never won. Yeah,
They
You see what I did?
They had never beat a Big Ten team.
they had never won a Big Ten.
Oh,
game
I didn't know that
before.
actually.
Yeah, well, of course not. Why would you? You only host a fairly successful father-son podcast, sports podcast, by the way. All right. Well, thanks, Quinn.
Thank you,
You're
Quinn.
welcome.
All right. Anybody else? Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Don't embarrass the Alive and Social Network, all right? That's going to be yours one day. This network is going to be yours. Don't screw this up. Identify yourself.
My name is Graham O'Malley.
Speak up a little.
My name is
There
Graham
it is.
O'Malley.
There it is.
This is directed towards Drew. I
What's
heard
up?
you just turned 21.
I did.
How's your party life at Georgetown?
Considering finals were last week, it's pretty slow. It was pretty slow.
Any predictions for the future party life?
I hope it gets better.
Well,
is that a prediction?
You know what he's not disclosing? He turned 21, and then, 2 days later, he lost his wallet with his ID. So
I did.
it
That's
didn't matter
true.
anyway.
It didn't matter. I couldn't use it anyways. That is true. And I lost it in my own
He had to
apartment.
go back to his fake ID, so that went well.
No, I'd already lost that too.
Your fake ID? Well, you don't really need it anymore.
No, I don't. There's no out there that looks like me.
Drew is not a role model to you, is he?
I should.
Of course not.
Thank you, Graham. Graham is one of my favorite Orchard members.
I
All right.
thought he was one of my favorites too.
And I talked to your basketball coach who was here earlier. He's going to try to get you some more playing time.
Sounds good.
Your old coaches gave you the playing time you deserved, right?
No.
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 They gave you too much.
No.
All right, well, thanks, buddy. Are you going to wrestling tonight?
Yes, I am.
Have
Hey,
fun.
well, I want some. What do you think? What do you think you're going to see tonight?
Yeah.
What are you hoping
It's
to
the
see
Slammy
tonight?
Awards.
It's the
You know
Slammy
that?
Awards. Who's your superstar of the year?
Roman.
Roman. Diva
All
of the
right.
year? That's the more important question.
Charlotte, probably.
Who's your favorite diva?
No comment.
Whoa.
Why not?
I don't have one.
You don't have one.
No.
What do you mean you don't have
Who's your
one?
favorite diva?
Mine?
I mean, I don't have one.
Then I'm going to ask Wyatt next.
I like Sasha Banks a lot, actually.
Wyatt, who's your
Or
favorite
both the Bellas.
WWF?
You can't not like the Bellas.
Who's your favorite diva?
He says the Bellas. That's a good choice. It's a
Wyatt
smart
loves
choice.
the Bellas. All right, well, have fun tonight, buddy. All right. Oh, here comes the law firm's coming. Wait.
Not the whole
One member of the law firm.
They're going to come up separately. They each have a question, I'm sure.
All right. Sir?
I have a question for Mr. Applebaum.
What's your name? State your name and business.
Connor McManus, lawyer.
All right, let's have it.
Well, I was just wondering, I know you're now well into your 50s, so I was just wondering what your party life was like.
What my party life was like?
No, is like right now.
Is like?
At your current age.
Well,
it's a great question, Connor. It's a great question.
First of all, if you just look at this body, it's completely pure. I've never had a drink or a cigarette in my life.
Well, that's obvious.
Thank you. It is obvious. My wife's the only one that doesn't think I'm losing weight, but everyone else does. So my party life, I've probably been to more parties than anyone that drinks nonstop. That table over there I couldn't really handle, but I have no party life.
No party life?
I'm out a lot. And now with this show, it's getting to be, it's tougher.
Now our presence is requested at parties.
Would you say yours is better than Drew's or worse than Drew's?
It's different.
Well, at least I have a girlfriend.
You do?
Well, a wife.
Oh, okay.
Drew, I mean, nothing for Drew.
Well, I mean, look at him.
I know. Well, I don't really want to because I think I might have looked like that, but
you definitely looked like this.
My hair was probably a little better than his.
You didn't go to military. I've had to cut it, and it threw the whole thing off too early.
Look at his hair. He goes to military school.
Well, have you seen his family? His family has been blessed with great hair.
What's your party?
Except for the other two that are here.
I'm talking to the lawyer. What's your party situation like?
Oh, it's great.
Is it?
Does being part of a triplets hurt or help the party life?
Oh, it helps.
Yeah, because they compare him to the other two.
That's true. When those are the two you're competing with, I think you're.
They make me look good.
Yeah,
exactly.
They make him look good. All right. Well, thanks for coming, buddy. I think. Here we go. He's shaking his head. He looks upset.
I think he has some grievances there.
Can you identify yourself?
Scott Card.
Hey, Scott, you all right?
I'm okay.
What's wrong?
Good to be here.
Well, it's good.
Can we
to
make
see
things better?
But I'm confused.
About?
Okay.
Is Odell Beckham a ginger?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
He is right now.
It's blonde. It's not red.
No, it's shading ginger.
It's because it's mixing with the brown a little too much.
Is he going to win his appeal to play?
No, I doubt he shouldn't.
Well, the game might not mean anything, so if the game doesn't mean anything, he might just do it.
Well, that's the Vikings, though, right?
Well, no, if you were listening earlier to the show, we explained that game might not mean anything. Not that you weren't listening.
But the Green Bay game means
The Green Bay game means everything. The winner of that game, regardless of next week, will win the division.
So can we stay with the subject of gingers?
We can stick with the subject of gingers, yes. That we have a couple in the audience.
I would say he is a somewhat natural ginger.
Somewhat natural. I think he idolizes gingers for some reason. There was clearly someone in his life that was important to him that was a ginger one time, and he wasn't quite blessed with that look, and he's trying to get there.
So he's a wannabe.
He's a wannabe, but I think he has a reason for it. I think he's a man of reason. He had some grievances with Josh Norman. He aired him on the field. I think he idolizes some other ginger, and then he's trying to get to be like that.
You're probably Mr. Harvey with the way he sings.
Oh, Bob Harvey.
Yeah.
He's a ginger, isn't he?
Well, he should be able to state his case. There's two sides to every story.
Well, we have
Odell or Bob?
Well, Bo.
We have a show every week, so we can get one of them
We'll
on.
try and get OBJ on the show. Hopefully we can have him next week.
Well, my original question, if I can go old school.
Yeah,
absolutely.
go old school.
Is with Gilligan's Island.
Right.
And
the original ginger.
Was ginger.
Right.
A ginger?
The original ginger.
Yes.
I think so.
That's why they
I can't think of one before them.
That's where the term came from, by the way.
And who was better looking, Ginger or Marianne?
Or Odell Beckham.
Odell Beckham.
I'd say Gilligan. If I had to pick.
That wasn't an option, though.
Oh, I'm going to go with Ginger.
I'm going to go Marianne, just to mix it up.
Of course he is.
Okay, so on the topic of gingers, can we talk about Danny Woodhead?
I would, yes.
Danny Woodhead? Nobody's talking about Danny Woodhead.
Or famine with Danny Woodhead.
Feast or famine, yeah. You have him on your fantasy team? Is that why you want to talk about him?
He's no longer a fantasy.
What
that
does that
fantasy's
mean?
over?
Of course,
Because
the
he
season's
scored-
over,
That's
and then he
all
comes in with
it is,
30
And he
points.
scored,
Yeah, oh,
four,
yeah.
he scored 4 touchdowns. He doesn't need him anymore.
That guy, you don't even know where he is. He's so small. Actually, it was pretty funny. I was watching the post game last
Can you
night.
keep this
Yes.
brief? Because we got
You
a
know,
lot of questions.
Dilfer does the Dilfer Dimes thing. He was doing holiday themed one. Danny Woodhead caught some ball in the corner. They turned Danny Woodhead into a gnome, and he called it a gnome dime. It was actually pretty funny.
Elf, holiday season.
Exactly.
No further questions.
All right, well,
Thank you
thanks.
for coming.
You're dismissed. Appreciate it. All right.
Oh boy.
Come on up. Oh, jeez. Identify yourself, please.
Coach K.
Coach
the
K.
real one or
Tough
the
loss
fake
the other
The real
day.
one. It was a tough loss. I just want to say that I can feel for Miss Columbia.
Really?
Being on the calendar and then being taken off.
Right, at the last.
Right,
They took the
right.
crown away
Yes.
from you.
It's
Too.
a- yep.
You don't know that you've been taken off. You might have just been rearranged.
I could be on the back cover
you
too,
moved.
right?
There is no back cover, so I think you were rearranged.
When you finish a calendar, you don't flip past December. You just take it down.
Right. Okay, well,
there is a back.
did you feel
back
better
cover.
that you got that off your chest?
I do, and January 11th, I expect the cage to be set up in the parking
Yeah,
lot.
Absolutely.
We'll be
All
talking
right.
about that
Absolutely.
next week. All right, thanks, Coach K. Look at this sweater walking up right now.
Wow. Wow.
That's
Meowie Christmas.
Did you knit that? Did you make
Is
that
that
yourself?
hand knit?
Yeah.
That's quite the skill. I think you have a future.
All right, identify yourself.
Quinn O'Keefe.
Hey, Quinn.
Nice to meet you, Quinn.
Nice to meet you too. I was wondering who you rank as better player in the last 10 years in the NBA, Steph Curry or Chris Paul?
Steph Curry.
In the past 10 years.
It's not even close.
Steph Curry hasn't played 10 years, but I'm still going to say Steph Curry. 'Cause
Chris
I
Paul has
hate
never
Chris
won
Paul.
anything.
Never won anything. He's not clutch at the end of games. He's had that Clippers team is good, and they've never done anything.
Do you know that we could have had Steph Curry?
Twice
We passed on him.
for Johnny Flynn and Ricky Rubio. Great calls, great moves. One
Who do
guy
you
doesn't-
think? Who do you think?
I'd say Chris Paul.
Of course
All right.
you would. Is
That's
that just to contradict what we said?
No.
Okay, because we can
okay.
we can send you back to your
Listen,
table.
I'm more of a Cliff Paul guy. I think Cliff Paul brings a lot more to the table than Chris.
Cliff. From the State
From the
Farm?
State Farm commercials,
Okay.
yeah. That guy's saving lives. Chris Paul's out there being a bad basketball
Well, so is
player.
Jake from State Farm, but we're not talking about him.
If you could rank Jake against Chris Paul, I'd probably put Jake above Chris, too.
Sorry about that, Quinn. I don't know what he's talking about. All right, well, thanks for your question, buddy.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Quinn.
Anybody else? Oh, here we go.
Mr. Michigan.
Oh, wait.
It's Jim Harbaugh.
Hit the breaking news. I just got a word from Josie. No, you don't have to, Wyatt. Josie just texted me, and there's other girls. Don't worry about it. Now, go ahead. Ask your question.
State your name, please, and business.
Cody Morissette. I go to North High.
No one cares where you go. Just
Which
ask
is
your.
better than St. Thomas, if
Of
I can
course
point
it is.
it out.
You can
Listen,
point that
this is
out.
not the place to. You're not going to win that battle right now.
But go ahead.
All right. I'm wondering, do you guys think that the Golden State Warriors can beat the Bulls' record of only 10 losses in a season?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Do you?
I don't know. I'm not a big fan. I don't think they'll choke.
Well, why would you ask a question about a team you're not a fan of?
What is there not to be a fan of? They've lost one game.
It's an important question.
It is. I think they can.
They're 26-1.
Although-
What is there not to be a fan
That's
of?
it?
I think they're going to actually, though. I predicted earlier they're going to lose 11 games this year.
I think they're going to lose 9.
Well, then they're probably going to lose 10.
They'll probably
thanks,
lose
buddy.
10.
And good luck on that. We'll let everybody know out here what she said.
All right.
I'm gonna think she'll say yes. All right. Anyone else? Seamus looks like he's got a. I
He
don't know if
raised
it's-
his hand. That was nice. He's
I don't-
clearly
yeah.
been learning.
I don't know if
St.
it's
Thomas is teaching him well.
I don't know if it's a question or
Right, if
a
he has an
rebut.
answer.
I'm back.
You're back. Don't get that comfortable. We got a lot of people to get to.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I still love you.
So I'm wondering if you have any predictions for the big STA basketball game tomorrow.
Well,
because you're going to be there.
Actually, I'm not going to be there.
We're in
You're
Florida.
not.
No.
Oh my gosh. Well, who's gonna keep the book?
I wouldn't want
The
that
back.
job. Do you really want my actual prediction?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
How do I say this delicately? Have any of the
Go
other?
for
Well,
it.
let me ask you a question. Have any of the other games gone very well?
No.
Okay, so this is the best team they're
Except,
playing.
well, I mean the first game, but that
Yeah,
was
but
Who they
that's
play in the
Holy
first
Family.
game? Right.
Yeah.
They played the. Well, I'm not even going to say what I was going to say. No, I don't think it's going to go very well. Unfortunately, for
It rarely does against Creighton.
I mean,
In
we haven't beaten
basketball.
them for I think 10 years, right? 10 years.
Well, we've been
I've
close.
never seen it.
Last year we came close. That was a good game.
This is not the year, though, to no offense to
the team,
18 members of that squad, but if you were on the team, it'd be
they'd have a chance.
They would.
They've got the wrong Harvey. That's all I know. I know. It goes
in his
without saying.
shadow. He gets a lot more love than me.
It's the same old story. It's the same old story. No, I know, man.
Story.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Could kill him.
No, that might
That's
be a bit drastic.
That is a bit drastic. Was that voiced from the fans?
Yeah,
Listen,
that was the rep's idea.
Of course it
well,
was.
of course it was. Of course it was. Well, you know, if he's going to be your father, you may have to listen.
Yep. All right, well,
right.
thanks, buddy.
All
Any
right.
other questions? Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Identify yourself, please.
There's some boo birds in the fans.
That was someone booing me. What's the deal with that?
Wait. Don't get that comfortable. You're not part of the show. Just ask your question.
I don't want to be part of the show.
Good.
This is my life every day.
And you don't listen at home, and
By
you
the
don't
way-
listen on the
Exactly.
radio
Wait,
either.
time out.
I tune you guys out at home. I'll tune you out here.
Time out. This isn't the Maury Povich show. Just ask your
I know.
question.
All right. Well, no,
Ask
if it
your
was
question.
that, we would have someone up here with the paternity test or something.
Listen,
Well, there is
I'm not the one to worry about. The one to worry about is back there.
I guess this is the time to probably tell Drew.
Yeah.
That I
Okay.
have an adopted brother.
Your dad is Cookie Holmes from the Gophers.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Listen, that's a lot better than you.
Yeah, well, he'd be taller. I
Yeah, I'd
think.
be a lot taller and a lot
Yeah.
better at basketball.
Yeah,
if that
for
were
sure.
But he'd actually be fatter.
Totally.
Go
yeah.
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay,
Hey.
so every week I don't do it very often, but I try to help them figure out the question
Wait,
for the
wait,
next
is this
week.
a statement or a question?
No, I want to help you figure out the question for next week.
Okay.
I already know what it is.
Go ahead.
It's my idea, so I thought if I put it out there, everyone has a whole week to think about it.
Okay.
So, right?
Right.
Go.
No?
Yes.
Okay. So, everyone think about it for next week. Get your answers ready. What's the worst sports scandal in history?
Well, or best,
or
depending
the
on
best
your-
sports scandal, or the
Biggest. How about
the biggest sports scandal in history.
All right.
So I try to think of these questions to help them out.
Okay, well, thanks for your help.
Well,
so
you know,
next
whatever.
week's poll question.
See, he blew me off just like he does every day.
I said we're going to go with it. We're going to twerk this out next week. Twerk or tweet it. Next week's poll question will be the biggest sports scandal in the history of sports. Anything else?
Or, I mean, a lot of them don't even have to
do you have
do
a
with sports.
girlfriend? I had to ask it.
Me? No, I do not.
That's
well,
okay.
We'll ask again.
Because no girl's good enough for you.
Right.
Okay. It's
That's
time-
what I keep saying.
It's time to
That's
go.
what I
It
keep
is.
saying,
See?
too.
No girl's good enough for him.
Time to go.
Nope.
Time to go.
Look at this. Why? How could they be?
Any other little gold daddy? Here he comes.
Oh, he's. Here
Here he comes.
Uh-oh. Just got the hip check trying to make his way to the goal. Hey in the back. Hey in the back.
What's up, dude?
Not much. Just
Don't get comfortable or get too good.
You've said
okay?
it to
You're
everybody.
just asking a question.
yeah. Okay, my question, since we were on the basketball theme here, is LeBron as good as Jordan was in his prime?
I'm gonna have to say, they are different players.
They are different.
I'm gonna have
I know
to
it's
say,
a cop-out, but they are different.
You know, I think you might be surprised at my answer.
Are you going to give us your answer?
No, I think he is. I'm going to tell you why. Now, we don't really know, but because Jordan stayed with one team, but LeBron, every team, he's been on, 3 teams?
Well,
or two, but
three. Three different kind of iterations
and
of a team.
they've been vying for championships
every year. And that original Cavs team that they almost won a championship was awful.
Right.
Their second best player on the team was like Anderson Varejao. That team was bad.
What do you think? First of all, you don't even like basketball.
You're
You're
in a
hockey
hockey
guy.
sweatshirt.
Yeah, I mean, but
You got to respect Jordan and LeBron, though. I understand where he's coming from.
Yeah.
Who do
and,
you think?
You know, well, my brother's a big LeBron fan. The
Uh-huh.
left tackle is a big LeBron fan.
Wow, that makes sense.
He's got his own issue.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I like to root for the Warriors because they're the
Which neither
threat.
which neither guy is on, but go ahead.
Right.
Yeah, so I like to. I like to think that LeBron isn't as good as Jordan. But
What you can think that. It's a
yeah,
free world,
absolutely.
buddy.
Yeah, it's your opinion, and
Just because you're wrong doesn't mean
free
you
to
can't
have your own
think it.
opinion.
Yeah, just because he's wrong doesn't mean he can't.
I think LeBron's as good as Michael was. They are different. They're hard to compare, but LeBron has won with every team, and him and Michael were two guys that could just take over a game in different ways, obviously. But Michael you were always going to get the shot. He was always going to hit the shot at the end of the game. LeBron is going to take over the game from one end to the other. He'll play lockdown demons. He'll take the rebound. He'll get it. He'll go to the other end, and he might not hit the shot.
Drew.
Yeah.
He tuned you out like 3 minutes
Well, he doesn't
ago.
even know what he's talking about. He's running
But
a hockey
he's not
sweatshirt.
going to listen to all that.
Someone else might.
All right, buddy. Good question. Why you're rambling? He wasn't even listening.
I'm just trying to answer the kid's question.
We answered it. Just move on. All right. Anyone else?
I like to give more than one-word answers.
Anybody else?
Anyone else? No. I think we have a few more things to talk about. While we get to, oh no.
Oh, we have a question.
Did you forget your question? You had to write it down.
I got.
How long is this going to take?
It won't take long.
Okay.
Who are you? Name, business.
Do I have to put this on?
No, you don't have to.
Oh, everybody else does, but not me.
You asked if you have to. You don't have to. You
Okay.
Clearly you want to.
No, I know, and actually it's going
I was gonna say you don't exactly.
hair.
I was gonna say there's no way you want to put those on. You don't have to.
So here's my question.
Okay.
How many teams have the Vikings beat with a winning record, and who are they?
That's actually not your question.
It's not a good question.
No, but that's not your question, I bet. Someone asked you to ask that likes the Packers, I bet.
Is that true?
They beat the Kansas City Chiefs.
Right.
But at the time they beat them, they didn't have a winning record. I think the answer is none.
I think the Raiders had a winning record when we beat them way back.
Yeah.
Did you identify yourself, by the way?
Oh, no, Katie.
Hi, Katie.
Is that Katie
Is that
or
KD?
KD?
KT?
Oh,
KT? How do you spell
it's
that?
KD.
Is there
KD?
periods between the K and the D?
No, it's KADY.
Oh, so it's not. It's
To
KD.
be specific, yes.
KADY. Got it. Is that short for anything? Is that short for Kathleen?
It is.
Kathleen, KADLEEN.
No.
No. What's
All right.
it short for?
The answer KD is, I think, none.
I think no.
Maybe
Unfortunately.
one. All right, well, thanks.
It doesn't matter though. Win's a win.
You don't have the answer?
The answer is none.
Oh, okay. I'll check with my sources and get back to you.
Will you get back to
see
us?
if you're right.
Okay.
Thank you.
You know,
Absolutely.
we'll just wait. Go ahead, we'll wait.
We're here. We
right,
are. We
yeah,
will.
I'll be here.
No, but you have to go get the answer.
You have to
We'll
go
wait
get
here.
the answer, but we will be here.
All right, turn the
the-
mic off. Turn her mic off.
Oh God.
Anybody else
that
out there have?
was a disaster.
That went well, I think.
The Falcons had a winning record when
How
we beat
about
them.
those guys
They don't
at the
anymore.
table back there?
The one guy's on his phone. The other two guys are talking.
No
they don't even know what
question?
they're talking about.
All right.
I think he's getting a call-in question here. You can wave. How you doing?
All right.
You shouldn't have been waving to me. I wouldn't have been waving to me either.
So anything before we wrap this?
Kind of an exciting thing out of the world today. The NBA announced their Hall of Fame nominations. You got any early favorites to get in for sure? Besides,
who are they?
Well, okay, you want me to read you? It's like, well, there's Shaq and AI are the kind of big ones. Yao Ming,
The rapper?
AI, no, that's T.I. is the
Oh,
rapper.
T.I.
T.I. is the rapper.
Got it.
Yao Ming, Shaq, AI, Izzo, I think. Jimmy V's on there.
Well, Shaq's gonna get
Shaq and AI have to get in.
Yeah.
You have to give it to Shaq and AI 100%. Yao Ming will probably get in just because I think he did.
Yao Ming?
For some reason, people think he's going to get in. I'm
I
not
don't
quite
see
sure. I
that.
totally understand. He only played for 10 years. Izzo's got to get in. Izzo will get in for sure. Chris Webber's actually on there. He probably won't get in, but that's kind of a fun one.
I think Shaq and AI are probably the shoo-ins. Maybe that's probably it.
Shaq, Izzo, AI. I think for sure. Beyond, I mean, they'll have more obviously. So,
How can Izzo get? He's still coaching.
It's different for if you leave. It's like when you leave the NBA. It's weird. I agree. They should make the even if they go to college, they should still have to retire. I agree. I
Right.
think it's strange. Some of the women up for it are good. Muffet McGraw, she might get in. Cheryl Swoops.
She coaches Notre Dame.
Cheryl Swoops.
She's still coaching.
I know. There's one other big.
Cheryl Swoops will
woman's
get in.
name. There's one other big woman's name. I can't remember.
Rebecca Lobo.
It was Rebecca Lobo.
Was it
actually.
really?
I told you that earlier today.
Oh yeah, that is. You did.
It
say
is.
that.
So those three will all probably get in. So.
All right. Well, if we don't have any other questions.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, not this guy.
Who is this guy?
He's maybe one of the goofier people you'll ever meet, but I love him. What's up, dude? Is this gonna go well?
Oh, yeah.
All right, identify yourself.
I'm the Romanian Jordan.
The Romanian Jordan is in the
Yep.
house. Okay.
As
well,
in like the Romanian Michael Jordan?
Can you do us a
Nice.
favor and speak in English so everybody
Nice.
can
Yeah, my
understand?
Romanian is rusty.
All right,
Yeah.
speak in English.
Okay.
Well, no, this is where you ask.
No,
us.
you
We
asked
didn't-
the question.
We didn't bring you up here to
Alright,
stare at
I got
you.
two questions. The first one is, who do you think's having their best rookie year in the NFL?
The NFL. Gurley.
Probably
Gurley.
Yeah.
Gurley. That Gurley ain't no joke.
It's not Traymond Waynes. I know
No,
that.
it is not Traymond Waynes.
All right, go
Gurley.
ahead. Second question.
And honestly, Mariota and Winston were both playing really well, but now Mariota's hurt. He's done for the season, so.
Okay.
Gurley.
And then my second was for Wyatt. Wyatt. Were you a huge partier in high school?
Yeah, that's a yes.
And he still is. That's a yes.
Yeah. You knew the answer was
I
yes.
think Wyatt has a fan club.
Oh, huge fan club. We're starting it already.
You guys like Wyatt?
It's on Twitter.
Well, he's on Twitter.
Wyatt fan club.
Wyatt.
Yeah.
And now he won't listen to you. He's taking his headphones off.
That's humble. He's
Wyatt,
humble.
It's too late. They already like you. They're not chanting for
humbling.
me or Drew. Next, by the way, January 11th, Wyatt will have a microphone, and he'll be able to banter with you guys. All right, Romanian Jordan. Anything else?
Now it was.
Anything else?
1, 2,
Why you
3. Clap, clap, dab. All right, thank you. Have a good night.
Yeah, that. What was that?
I'm happy for you guys. I really am. I'm
What was
really
that?
happy for you guys. That you got to do that. That
What
was
was
awesome.
that?
They dabbed.
The dab?
It's that thing like Cam Newton's been doing, and
that
that
thing,
yeah, that thing. Yep, that thing.
Dennis, nice of you to get here. Yeah, it's a little late.
He's been here.
Oh, he has?
Yeah, he snuck in. He's been here.
Sorry. Whoa,
Speaking of Dennis.
Oh, here's his mom. Sorry, I didn't mean to say anything to him.
I'm Dennis's mom, and you need to ask Dennis what job he has right now.
Dennis.
Okay, Dennis.
Dennis.
What's your job?
Is it dentist? Are you dentist?
Do you have a
dentist?
job? Okay, speaking in the microphone.
I do have a job right now.
And it is?
Okay, yeah.
I'm a ref, actually.
You're a ref?
A ref.
what
a
sport?
referee?
A referee.
You know, anybody that knows Dennis, that's really ironic because there is nobody that complains about refs, yells about refs,
yells at refs.
So how is that working for you?
Well, I'm seeing the other side now.
So you're going to tell me that you still think you're not going to complain about the refs ever again?
Well, I think I'm still going to complain
Yeah,
about
no,
them.
I would
But
too.
now he knows how they feel, and he can empathize a little more. I
know,
think it's a smart move.
In all my...
oh, boy.
Tell him the score of your first girls game.
is this the definition of a helicopter, Mom?
How long have you been waiting to do that?
My first helicopter, Mom. Thank you. Appreciate that. Go ahead. Whatever she said.
She told me to mention the score of my first game that I refed.
All right, go ahead.
What was the level of the game?
It was 3rd and 4th grade girls.
Oh, 3-2?
4-2.
Oh, I knew it. Okay.
I'm glad. Were there any free throws, or was it just three just baskets?
You know what? You know why they didn't score more? Because the refereeing.
The refereeing
sucks.
was bad. They should have
It
called
sucked.
more fouls. I
Well,
think it was
thanks
our
for
fault.
stopping by, Dennis.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. So, any other questions before we wrap it up? All right, Wyatt, I think you can hit our music. So, thanks. That was our first live tour. Thanks for coming, everyone, to the Trail Stop Tavern in Eagan. We will be back on the air Monday at our regular time, 2:30. This is weird. I don't have to say goodbye to you and tell you to do
No,
your
we can just
homework.
come talk to you.
Yeah.
Oh, me? I thought you were talking about the people.
No,
Yeah, you're stuck with me for a while. I know that's not what you wanted, but
a couple weeks. Well, thanks again, everybody.
Thanks for coming out, everybody. Of course we're right. We're always right. We're always right.